Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jessie from Vintage Studio 717. I just posted the giveaway video, so congratulations again to Barbara, and hopefully she gets back to me and I can get that off to her. So while I was in the spirit of making videos, I thought I would start with just another one talking about my latest digital. Funnily enough, this planner is one of the very first videos that I posted on this channel several years ago. And so I've done another one. I do one every year because I find it really helps me. And so I just thought I would explain it. The layout is the same as the one that I posted several years ago, but I changed it to just add different graphics. And all of these graphics are from all the different Christmas cards that I found in the public domain. So this is the digital that is in my Etsy shop. It's just called the Christmas Planner. It comes in two different sizes, the full page size, which is the US letter size, which is printed out on a full page in portrait orientation. And this one, I've done this a couple years ago. I printed it this way and then I just put it in a 3-ring binder, but I found that to be just too big for me to carry around because it's something that I carry with me in my purse and things. And so this year I decided to do it so that there was two sizes. One is this size, like I just mentioned, and this size comes in two different formats. One is the JPEGs, and so because of that, you can resize those JPEGs to any size that you want, which makes it really easy to make, journal cards out of these pages, put them in your December daily. Like, it just is a much easier process. The other format is the PDF format. You cannot resize, at least not that I'm aware of, a PDF document, and so you just print it as it is, and it just prints out on the 8.5 by 11. Or the other size is what I like to call the half size, which is kind of the standard junk journal kit size, where it's two different pages on a full page, and it's designed to be printed like this and then folded in half. So that's the second size in the same, these are all in the same kit. The PDF format, so I don't have JPEGs in this size because, again, you can resize the 8.5 by 11 JPEG size. In this size, I have two different PDF documents. One of them is this one that I'm going to show you, which is my layout that I used. So it's designed to be just printed double-sided from your printer, and it will come out, and then fold it in half, and it will come out like this. The other one has just one image each in the document versus like this one. I'll go through this, but I have it so that there's two of the note pages in this PDF. The other PDF will just have one note page, and it's not, the other PDF isn't organized all that well in terms of like the flow and stuff, because that's, everyone has their own unique way of wanting to do things. So it just is a different format. I think PDF is easier for some people to print. JPEGs can be frustrating if you don't know kind of how to print them. Just a tip, one of the easiest ways, if you have Word, is you can put them all into a Word document and print them that way. And then once you're in Word, you can save it as a PDF. So don't know if that's helpful at all, but that is how I do this. All right, so I just thought I would go through this really quickly because I find it really helpful, and it's fun to talk about my digitals. That's one of the things I want to do with my Etsy shop. So this is the cover. This is just, again, this Christmas card that I found. The next page is the calendar, just for just December. And then this page is the Christmas traditions and activities. Just all of this is just a way to keep track of the things that are kind of important to you this time of year. This year is very different, and so things feel a little bit simpler on many levels, maybe a little sadder, but it is an opportunity, I think, to really kind of think about what do we want, and how do we want to handle the holiday season, and to take advantage of the fact that we don't have other activities. So maybe starting some new traditions. But this is helpful because it has kind of the date, which you could also put over here, but sometimes it's just good to kind of, write them all out. So you see like, oh, maybe I can't do both of those because they're both on the same date. Again, this year, maybe there isn't a lot of stuff. This page is the bucket list page. I find that to be helpful, just to talk about what we want from the holiday season with everyone in the family. Sometimes we can get to the end of something and kids especially are like, wait a minute, I thought we were going to do this. And parents are like, wait, I didn't know that was even something you wanted to do. So that's just a helpful place to put down all the things that you want to do but don't know if you can. And then I have 3 pages of the Christmas to-do list. Whoops. Again, I just write everything down just to keep track so that I don't forget. This is the gift pages. I have 2 different setups for this. I call this the master gift list. So it's kind of everybody outside of your family that you are going to want to give gifts to. I have it in categories of coworkers, teachers, friends, and neighbors. And then at the bottom, I have a place to put the total, just so you kind of have an idea of how many, say if you're going to make cookies or ornaments or something. And then the family gift list is just a spot for their name, the gift, and then a little place to keep track if it's wrapped yet and if you've delivered it. This is the note page. I just have one design of notes in this journal. I just printed it twice. This is the individual present page. So this is, just for each person. Maybe it's easier if I pull it up close, but so just name, budget, the date you need it by, a spot for ideas, kind of keeping track of the budget. Then when you've purchased it, where you've hidden it, and then to keep track, is it wrapped, mailed, delivered? And down at the bottom, if you want to make something, or stockings, the ideas and purchased. So I print one of those for each of the people I'm buying more than one present, just as a way to keep track. This is the project page. This is just for any project I want to be doing. Similar details, budget, the date you need it by, and then the instruction location. It fits in a book or Pinterest. Sometimes I'm like, oh, where was that? So I find that helpful. Kind of who is going to be receiving it, so you can keep track of how many you're going to do. And then I just find this helpful to write down all the supplies needed, and then to, just check off, do I already own that? How much do I need? And then a spot for the shopping list if you need to buy things. And then, you can take everything you've written down here and put that into a bigger shopping list. This is just kind of detailed, and it helps me keep track. I just find if I write things down, I do better. So I have 3 pages for projects. Then Christmas cards, similar setup, just all the details for the photographer, the printer, the budget, all of that. And then a space also for the newsletter. And then the final kind of count. Even if you're sending overseas, stamps and how many stamps you need, all of that, I just find very helpful to have it all in one place. And then the Christmas card list is just everybody you're sending it to, with a spot for their name and their address. And then this is just how my brain works. Like the cost of postage, which then you can total up and put over in your final count over here. The date you want it to be done. And then if you've addressed it, if you've added a letter, if you've stamped it, and if it's been mailed. And I find if I don't keep track of that, I will forget. I'll do things in spurts, and then I'll be like, did I mail that? Did I send it? So I have found this to be really helpful. So I have, let's see, 3 pages of those in this one. And then the menu, just writing down just for Christmas. I just kind of write down and talk about with family if I'm going to be spending Christmas with any family, kind of what we're doing. This year, again, not sure what that's going to look like, but we will do some baking. My kids love baking, so this is very similar, same setup pretty much as the project page, where who's going to receive it, the location, what you need if you already have it, and then the directions. So I have several pages of that, and then the back cover, which is another page that you could just use for notes. So that's my planner. Don't know if anyone, I think most people that purchase from me are more of the journalers and not the planners people, but just in case you find this helpful, again, you could, resize things. You could make them into journal cards, stick it in your December daily, just as a way to keep track. I just wanted to point out, this is just some watermarks that I got on here. So this is not in the digital. In addition to that, so that's all the images that are and pages that are in the planner, but I did make 2 separate listings that I will talk about here. And one of those is the wish list, and it's just a pretty little wish list that you can give to anyone so they can fill out their name, their top 3 things they would like to receive at least one of for Christmas, a space for writing down other things they wouldn't mind receiving, and then a space for things they're just not into anymore. And I just find that helpful, especially for people that maybe you don't see all the time and they remember last year's list and just kind of say, nope, no longer into Barbie or whatever. So this listing just has the 2, this one with the birds and the presents, and then one with Santa and the tree. And it comes in 2 sizes, the letter size in this portrait orientation, and then just the half size. So this would be, I don't have the other one, but it would be 2 on 1 page. So you could just cut that in half. And I printed this on cardstock, and it's just a nice, I would recommend that. I think it makes it easy for kids to write on. It's easy to keep track of, and if you just want to put it in your December daily for memory's sake at the end of the season. So that one I think is just $1.50, super cheap. And then the other one is another note pages, which again, you could use these for journal cards. So this one has 4 pages here, but 3 sizes. So this is called the journal card page, just all 4 print on one 8.5 by 11 page. So it's they all coordinate. So it's this page, these 2 have the notes on them, and these 2 are blank. Again, just they could be added in any Christmas journal just as a little extra, another page, place to write journal. It comes in 3 sizes again. So this is the half size, so it's just easy to fold. And then they also come with the JPEGs in the 8.5 by 11, which I don't think I have one of those here, but so, and that is those. So those are both separate listings from the Christmas planner, because I just thought people might use those if they are not going to buy the whole planner. So, all right, well, that's what I have done recently for my digitals. I'm kind of taking a little bit of a step back from digitals this week and this month, just because we've had a lot of other things on our plate, and the designing of them takes a lot of time. So I'm excited to get back into that in the new year. I'm working on a winter journal kit, which I'm excited about. And I just think after Christmas, it's kind of fun to have something else that's also wintry. So hopefully I will be able to get that done by the end of this year. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope that you're having a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.